Hi, my name is Wayne Stickle. I'm the founder of Mighty Ability and the host of Pain to Possibility, an online community that includes a series of events, programs, tools, and resources designed to support people living with chronic health conditions, disabilities, and chronic pain. This is the way I've chosen to direct my energy as someone who personally lives with these challenges. And while my health hasn't always been impacted as it is as much now, due to the degenerative nature of my condition, I've always wanted to live my best life and pursue the things that really matter to me. However, along the way, I've made some pretty poor decisions, sometimes chasing what I thought I wanted or what others seemed to expect of me. It's taken time, but I've come to understand the importance of living authentically and focusing on what truly resonates with my heart. For me, the being framework, the being has been instrumental in supporting this discovery and the realization of a life of purpose. The Being Framework is a radical ontological approach to human performance and effectiveness that supports people to accomplish what really matters to them authentically. Instead of focusing on what we think we should be doing, it helps us connect with what we truly care about. You might ask, what's an ontological approach? Or simply put, ontology is a branch of metaphysics dealing with the nature of being. It's a set of concepts in a subject area or domain that shows the properties and relationships between them. So in the being ontological framework, we look at human performance, effectiveness, and leadership. As humans, we're always being a certain way. You might consider it a combination of everything that's going on for you in the moment, all of your thoughts and feelings, bodily sensations, moods, mindset, your sense of energy are all part of how you are being in the moment. Now, the overarching being framework includes the ontological model, the transformation methodology, and a number of tools and resources, the primary one of which is the measurement tool for the being framework, the being profile, as you can see from the diagram, which is not being displayed right now. Framework's transformation methodology, a process for distinguishing the consequences of our actions on outcomes, which allows us to identify options and track progress over time. By working with a coach or independently, this methodology helps us transform areas where we've not been effective so we can achieve what we truly care about. And at the heart of the ontological model is our unique being, represented as that small black circle within the center of that model shown. And how you relate to your unique being, is entirely personal. For me, it's my inner self, the deepest part of who I am. You might think of it as your soul or spirit. I know I do. And this concept reminds us that we're each unique, yeah? Yet we're also part of something bigger. And when we embrace our true selves, we contribute to a world that works better for everyone. So unfortunately, like many others, well, certainly some others, I've pursued interests and goals in my life that didn't provide fulfillment or satisfaction, leaving me confused and searching for answers. And living with, chronic pain and disability, I certainly do often look for answers or solutions to the problems I have. And the Being Framework has supported me as it addresses this by allowing us to focus on our unique being and these 31 aspects or qualities that you see here on the diagram. These qualities have been shown to influence human performance and effectiveness in fulfilling our intentions. The Being Framework ontological model consists of 4 distinct layers. If you can see there on the first layer, at the top is the metafactors, and these are the highest level qualities of awareness, integrity, and effectiveness. The 3 factors that influence our performance, power, and ability to lead and cause results in our lives that we care about. Awareness has an impact on all aspects of being. Yeah? So awareness, what you know about each one of these ways of being has an impact on it, obviously. And integrity is impacted by all of our primary ways of being and our mood. So in other words, our relationship with all the primary ways of being and our moods go up to make up our integrity. So if we have an unhealthy relationship in a number of areas, it's likely that our wholeness of our conception of how things are is going to cause us to be less than effective. Then we have the moods, and moods are always present in the background and influence our primary ways of being and our secondary ways of being. The framework examines moods like care, vulnerability, fear, and anxiety, which often operate beneath our conscious awareness. So the profile offers us an opportunity to start to examine and become aware or more aware of how these moods are impacting our decisions and how we're taking actions. Primary ways of being include critical factors like authenticity. How do you relate to the truth? And responsibility. Do you blame people or take ownership when you make mistakes? So primary ways of being are fundamental ways of being. We consider these to be ways of being that are at least trans-historical, if not transcendent. So, and it's not so much the words, but the distinctions of the words that we use, which gives us the access to the transformation. Secondary ways of being, these tend to be more observable behaviours, such as proactivity and reliability. They represent the more visible behavioural aspects of how we engage with the world, which are directly influenced by our primary ways of being and our moods. Secondary ways of being give us an opportunity to clearly see how our internal states, our primary ways of being and moods impact our external behaviours. They also provide a lens through which we can observe patterns in ourselves and others. Moods, primary ways of being, and secondary ways of being all impact our integrity, which in turn affects our overall effectiveness. The framework allows us to identify gaps in these relationships and put practices in place to bring greater awareness, integrity, and effectiveness to our lives. Through the framework's ongoing application, we can live more authentically, accomplish what truly matters to us, and create a life of greater fulfillment and satisfaction. So if you're interested in finding out more about how the framework can support you, if you're living with chronic health conditions, disability, and chronic pain, we host, as I said, a series of events. We distinguish the model within those events and talk about a number of these areas to support you in becoming more familiar with what we've been applying to our own lives. So look forward to catching up and speaking with you in person.